Hello, class, and welcome to a new day of Bible study. Today we are going to be reading Matthew again, chapter 8, verses 1 through 13. We're going to be talking about how Jesus heals a man, and we're going to be talking about a Roman commander who had faith. Okay, and who remembers what faith means? Remember, faith. Faith, it is when you believe something. You believe in something even if you haven't seen it yet, right? Who do you remember who we have been reading about recently who had faith? He had a lot of faith, so much faith that God wanted him to be king. Who was that? Davy. Davy. He had a lot of faith. He believed that he was going to win. And he didn't know if he was going to win yet because he hadn't seen it happen. It hadn't happened yet. But he believed, he had faith that he was going to win, even though he had not seen it yet. So just like for Christmas, you don't see your toys yet. Like you haven't opened your presents, but you still have faith that you did get a present, right? You believe that your parents got you something really, really, really cool, but you have no idea what it is. That's the same thing. You had faith that your gift was really, really cool, even though you hadn't seen it. And so we're going to be talking a little bit more about faith and who this Roman commander is. All right, so let's get into chapter 8, verses 1 through 4. Jesus heals a man who has a skin disease. Jesus came down from the mountainside. Large crowds follow him. There were always large crowds following him, right? You remember we've been talking about this for a while, and they're always following him. A man who had a skin disease came and got down on his knees in front of Jesus. So he had a skin disease, okay? His skin. There was something wrong with his skin, and it was painful. And it wasn't the prettiest thing on his skin. And how would you feel if you just had like a bunch of pain? It hurts on your arm and all over your body, all over your skin, and there's marks there. And how would you feel about that? You would not enjoy that at all. It would hurt and it would not look the prettiest. And so he had a skin disease. There were some things wrong with his skin. And he came out and got on his knees in front of Jesus. What do you think he was doing? He said, Lord, if you are willing to make me clean, you can do it. What do you think he's asking? He is asking Jesus to heal him. He is praying. He is worshiping. He is bowing down before Jesus and begging him to heal his skin, begging him to make him clean, make him whole, make him a new person. So he really, he does not want to deal with this skin disease anymore. He does not want to hurt anymore. He does not want to look like this anymore. He wants to know Jesus, and he wants Jesus to heal him and make him better. Jesus reached out his hand and touched the man. I am willing to do it, he said. Be clean. So Jesus said, yes, I am willing to do it. So was Jesus willing to heal him? Yes, he was. He was willing to heal him. And Jesus reached out his hand and touched the man. Jesus did what? Jesus touched the man. And he said, be clean. He said, be clean. And right away, the man was healed of his skin disease. Amazing, right? Amazing to just touch somebody and they're healed. What if you have a cut? You hurt yourself, you fell off your bike, and you have a cut on your arm, and you fall, and your parent just touches it and says, be healed, and you look at your arm and the cut is gone. That would be so amazing, right? That would be totally awesome. And so that's what Jesus did. He touched it and he said, be clean. And it was gone. And then Jesus said, shh, don't tell anyone. Go and show yourself to the priest and offer the gift Moses commanded. it will be a witness to everyone. So he told the man, shh, don't tell anyone. Just go and show yourself to the priest and offer the gift Moses commanded. It will be a witness to everyone. So he didn't want him to go around telling everybody. He wanted him to go to the priest and offer the gift of Moses. But we won't get too deep into the gift Moses commanded right now. It is in Leviticus, and we'll be reading the Old Testament later this year. So we won't get too much into it. But let's go to a Roman commander has faith. Matthew chapter 8, verses 5 through 13. You can follow along here. Remember, you can always follow along in your Bible at home. When Jesus entered Capernaum, a Roman commander came to him. He asked Jesus for help. Lord, he said, my servant lies at home and can't move. He is suffering terribly. Jesus said, shall I come and heal him? And the commander replied, Lord, I am not good enough to have you come into my house, but just say the word and my servant will be healed. And so what's going on here is he's a Roman commander, okay? He's somebody with power, and he has employees. He has servants, people who serve him at his home, people who clean for him, just like maids. And not to say that they are servants, but it's kind of the same idea, you guys. If you have anyone in your home who comes and cleans for you and cooks for you, that is not a family member, then that would be considered a employee and commander relationship, just like here in the Bible. Very similar, not quite the same, but I just want you to get the picture. And so he was a Roman commander. He was somebody with power, and he had a bunch of people working for him in his home that did all these things for him, and he didn't have to do it. And that was cleaning, and that was cooking, and that was anything, if there was crops to be taken care of or animals to be taken care of, these servants were doing all of the work around the home in different places for him. So he said, look, my servant, he is at home and he can't move. He is suffering terribly. He is really, really hurt. I am afraid that he is going to die. Jesus, please, I need your help. And Jesus said, shall I come and heal him? Jesus is saying, you want me to go to your house and heal him? And the commander said, Lord, I am not good enough for you to come into my house. So the commander did not think he was good enough. He did not want Jesus to come, okay? The commander did not want Jesus to go to his house because he did not think he was good enough, okay? He did not think he was good enough. And so he said, look, all you have to do is say the words. All you have to do is say, he's healed, and I believe he's going to be healed. So the commander, he believes, he has so much faith. He believes in Jesus so much that he believes that Jesus does not even have to come and touch the man. He believes that all Jesus has to do is say that his servant is healed, and his servant will be healed. That's awesome, right? Like, all you have to do is just say the words out of your mouth, and it happens. You don't have to come here. You don't have to touch the man. All you have to do is just say it, and it happens. He said, I am not good enough to have you come into my house, but just say the word, and my servant will be healed. He said, I myself am a man under authority, and I have soldiers who obey my orders. I tell this one, go, and he goes. I tell that one, come, and he comes. I say to my slave, do this, and he does it. So just like I just told you before, he has soldiers, he has slaves, he has servants, he has all these people to do all these things for him, and they listen to them, and they listen to him. He has authority. He's a commander. He tells a lot of people what to do. He tells a lot of adults what to do, not just children. But he has a lot of adults working for him, and he tells them what to do, and they do it. When Jesus heard this, he was amazed. He said to those following him, "What I'm about to tell you is true. In Israel, I have not found anyone whose faith is so strong." So Jesus says, wow, I have not found any faith as strong as yours so far. So far in Israel. So far in Israel, I have not found anybody's faith as strong as yours. So Jesus is like really proud. He's really proud. He is just like, whoa, whoa, this man really has a lot of faith in me. Okay? I say to you that many will come from the east and the west. They will take their places at the feast in the kingdom of heaven. They will sit with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But those who think they belong in the kingdom will be thrown outside into the darkness. So he is saying that people, let me make sure I can explain this to you. So, what he's still talking to these people that's following him, okay? And he's telling them, look, I have not seen anybody's faith as strong as his in Israel. And then he goes on to say that many people, many people will come from all over, okay? And they will even sit with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But anybody who just thinks that they belong in the kingdom, you just, oh, I'm good enough for the kingdom. I'm good. I should go to heaven. Like anybody who just thinks that they're so good and so worthy of heaven, they will be thrown outside into the darkness. That's what it says right here. So we should be humble, and we should all know that no one is really worthy or good enough to go to heaven, but God is going to allow us to go to heaven anyway because we believe in Jesus and we do our very best to try to do the right thing. But no one deserves to go to heaven. The only person that deserves to be in heaven is God and Jesus and the angels that they have appointed, but even them may not deserve it. And so the only two that deserve getting into heaven will be God and Jesus, okay? No one else deserves to be into heaven. We get into heaven because God loves us and we love God and we believe in Jesus, okay? So he's saying that anybody who believes that they belong, they just said, look, I'm good. I know I'm good. I did everything right. Anybody who thinks that way, who just thinks that they're just going to get in heaven just because they're so good, so they think, they will be thrown outside into the darkness. So we want to be humble. We do not want to be in a position that makes us feel like, oh, I'm so good. I'm so good. I do everything right. We don't want to think like that because there's always something that we can do better. So we should be thinking, oh no, okay, I messed up here, but let me fix it, or let me ask God to forgive me for my sins. We should not, oh, I don't need to ask for forgiveness because I know I did everything good. We shouldn't have that attitude. That's a bad attitude to have. We should be always thinking, okay, well, today I didn't do so good here. Let me just ask God to forgive me for this and try to do better next time, okay? Okay, he said, they will be thrown into the darkness. There they will weep and grind their teeth. So they will cry and they will yell out, okay, and they will just grind their teeth and they will be in so much pain. They will not be having fun in hell. Is hell a place that we want to go to? No, it is not. We do not want to go to hell. I promise you, it is not fun, and it would not be fun. Then Jesus said to the Roman commander, "Go. It will be done just as you believed it would." And his servant was healed at that moment. How awesome, right? I mean, let's just think about how awesome it would have been if that Roman commander, or when that Roman commander went home and found his servant healed and moving around and walking and back to work. That would have been so cool to see that back then. And so the Roman commander, he has gotten what he's asked for. He has begged Jesus, look, I have all these people who listen to my orders, but I know you are the great one. I know that you are the powerful one. I know that you are the one with the authority. And I am begging you to heal this man and make him better again. Heal my servant. And he had so much faith, he believed that Jesus could just say the words. Jesus could just say, your servant is healed, and his servant will be healed. He did not feel good enough for Jesus to go into his house. He said, my house, I am not good enough for you to come into my house. You are too powerful. You are too almighty to come into my house. However, if you just say the words, I know it'll happen. I believe it'll happen. I have faith that it'll happen. And what is faith? Believing in something even though you have not seen it yet. It has not happened yet. You don't have it yet, but you believe it. Just like for Christmas, like I told you, your gifts are wrapped. Your presents for Christmas are wrapped up. So you do not know what is in them, but you believe, you have faith that your parents got you something really cool. Do you know it's something really cool? No, not for sure, because you have not seen it. You don't know, but you have faith that it's going to be something really, really cool, right? And that is faith. And just like David, he had so much faith that he was going to win this fight. He didn't know. He hadn't won it yet. He hadn't fought yet. But he had so much faith that he was going to win this fight because he had God on his side and he had faith in God. And we should always have faith in God. So anyway, you guys did an awesome job. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You guys did great. Thank you for listening.
Jesus.